Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hunters of all ages, let's get it moving. We're a little glowy. And everything's gone. But we're not doing too bad. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another Hunting Lodge. I'm your host, Jackson Beard. If we haven't met before, pleased to meet you. Come on out. Doors open, fridge is full. Hold on a sec. I am a little glowy. Man alive. I came back to all kinds of craziness with the PC. All the updates, all the stuffs, all the things. And just to cause me the grease. Wow, we are really glowing. There we go. There we go. How is everybody? How has your summer been? I hope you guys and gals have had a good one. Whether it be restful, whether it be eventful. We're leading into that great time of year. I mean, I love summer. Don't get me wrong. It's fantastic. There's always lots going on. We got Emerald Coast. There's some really big stuff happening with the angler. You don't want to miss tomorrow. So lots of cool stuff happening. Summer leads into my favorite time of year, fall, aka hunting season. Let's go, baby. I know there's a lot of you out there that are just as excited as I am. I'm ready this year. I haven't been able to get out much. I didn't get out last year, and COVID was hit and miss, although I did get the wife out hunting with me, which was kind of cool. But hey, I'll get her out this year. So in order to celebrate that, we're here hunting. I'm just kind of doing my thing today. I don't have anything planned. I want this to be a community catch up, chance to find out kind of what's been going on. I just got back from vacation. I did keep up with some of you. I kept my eye on Discord. I kept my eye on Facebook and on Reddit, and of course through the work stuffs, but pretty low key. So I know I missed a lot of messages, and I'm going to apologize right now. Take that one on the chin if you can see it. Yeah. I got a lot of catching up to do. So good to see you all. Man, chat, I freaking missed you guys and gals. Cryptic, thank you, my friend. Lady, what's happening? Hello, welcome. MG's in the house. Jeremy, what's up, my man? One of our, incredible freaking grinders out there. I was actually watching a little bit of you on my time off. I like to keep up on things. I want to see what people are doing. What's up, Timothy? How are you, my friend? Fireball's in the house. What's good? Mike Angel, what's going down, man? How are you? Waving from Puerto Rico. That is fantastic. I was up at the ranch. We had all kinds of things going on. We got some nice fallow down here. Just some things. So we have a 4. We got a 4 kicking down that max weight. I am on Tiararoa. It's like a scarecrow pronunciation right there, because he rolls the R's like he's a true Canadian or something. But I just kind of want to come out, and I haven't shot a digital gun in what feels like an eternity, so let's get the 308 out and make it howl a wee bit, shall we? Just to start things off. I'm not really too fussed. I'm not in a blind either, but let's give that a little bit of love. And start things off. Lots of exciting things are happening right now, my friends, and we're ramping up to bring it to you. We're going to start with a little bit of angler madness. We have some really, really cool things. Come and join me tomorrow. I think I get to do some fun stuff. I'm really not sure. I haven't spoken with the team in 2 weeks now. I've kept up to date on what's happening, but I'm not sure what our schedule is. But you all know there's some really big things happening there soon. And then you're gonna want to be there for it. So if you haven't tried it yet, and with the update that's coming, oh my goodness, just come check it out. But for the Hunter, this is I dreamt about this game. Is that weird? Does anybody else do this? Am I the only one? I know I'm not the only one. I had the weirdest dream waking up in a blind in the game, surrounded by moose. I had moose everywhere. I think it's a moose thing. I'm not too sure, but you do it all the time, Carter. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one, because I turned to my wife and hey, honey. What's wrong with me? I live and breathe this stuff these days. But it's no wonder why. I mean, look at where we're at in the game right now. The game is in a really good place. There are a lot of things happening in the game. I see all the teams been busy throughout our, we have our yearly shutdown, right? All the studios in Sweden, I think a lot through Europe, all have a shutdown. Oh man, there's a good little spot here. I tell you, I love this lake. And a lot of the folks get vacation during that time to kind of time it up. But I see our devs have been very busy, and you know there is another update on the horizon coming soon to a game near you. And I can't wait to start getting into that. I cannot wait. You know it's going to be something juicy. It's always something fun. Always a nice addition. I still can't get over the fallow rework. I mean, if it isn't one of the best looking skins in game now, and they're getting so much love, seeing all the great ones coming from you guys, you know, it's such a nice addition. Can't wait for more. No spoilers here, but can't wait for more goodness to come. Speaking of goodness, just such a great spot. I got a lot of males down here, a lot of mid-level guys. I'm just kind of casually decimating the woods. I'm just saying. You've gone so long. Yo, some juicy news on the Hunter. Most so. But you know, I also value my position here and the job that I hold. And were I to give out anything ahead of time, I would be no longer here. So there's a balancing act. That's for dang sure. There's definitely a balancing act. I just can't get over the fur. Like, it's been out for so long now, but I still sit here and oogle it. I really, really do. Man, you had a dream, brain shotting, a great one, fellow. Oh, lady, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't think I can handle it. Someone sent me a screenshot of a botched fallow. They were absolutely gutted. Speaking of gutted, you know where I'm going with this one. Can the blacktail get some love? The blacktail needs some love. That was actually, okay. So, you know what? This is a great topic of conversation. Let me introduce the struggles that we have when we go through this sort of thing. So, blacktail were beloved by the team. Let me tell you, when the game first came out, they were one of the most popular species, and we didn't have a whole big lineup to really put them against and to compare with, and they were honestly I think we'll all agree, especially for anyone who played back then. We'll give you a little love. I'm not going to bother. We'll just take the one. But the problem with blacktail is with the positioning of our current reserves. How do we accurately add them to another reserve? This was a big topic of conversation. I know some of our devs were just so excited to get it out there. They thought, hey, let's go ahead and let's put this in with, I think we were looking at Silver Ridge Peaks. What do you mean 208? That is not 208. Really? Am I that close? It looks about 250. Oh, I'm rusty. So therein lies the rub, right? It's hard to really get those accurate additions. We can't just take a blacktail and throw it into SRP, which was kind of the hopes, because they don't exist there. The blacktail we currently have in game to put them into Yukon, that's not accurate either. But there's a want and there's a desire. When there's a will, there's a way. And I think we just hired another will last week. So we'll see what happens. I don't want to make any promises, but we know it's a big ask. And it's a big ask on our end too. There was major disappointment when it was first announced, and I read it live on stream here, and I was like, oh no, what do we, because I think I said it on one point, like, hey, backfill, we're going to have this. We shared a little too early before it kind of went through its checks in the preliminary stages. So would be cool, and don't count it out, but maybe down the line. What's going on with my buttons? Oh, the wife's not going to be happy. I'm going to buy a new mouse. But so there we go. Reinhardt, I saw it, I heard it, I feel it, my friend, and I wanted to put that out there. Oh my goodness. Glitch, are there any glitches? Are there any glitches? Well, if there's, you know what, the game's in a really good place right now. And I think largely that has to do with our community. You guys are great at reporting this stuff. You guys have really, like, I'm telling you, man, you all pulled up your britches. We're getting a lot more tickets on it. It's almost like the community is united and said, okay, here's an issue, let's get them out. We're not getting enough. We never have enough. But if there's an issue, we have been getting tickets. So I know the QA's been really on top of it. They work right in conjunction with our support. They've been back and forth. I think the only thing right now that is really, like, there's a couple issues with submissions. I've seen that, and those are getting a lot of attention. But the one pain point that I think, I know it's not as widely used as it used to be, but it's the solo kin is shooting to the right. And it's also got this weird reset thing after you look out with the scope. So, or is it the zeroing? It hasn't happened to me, but I did see a report on it. and there was more than one report. So I know that they're looking into that. So if you've noticed that, then be aware. The team is aware and they are working on it. But if information gathering, it's tough because sometimes it's not just the weapon, sometimes it's what's being used. But this one does seem to be sort of uniform across the board. So people be calm. They know they're on it, and hopefully we're going to see that a fix. I would think would be incoming. Often it's just alignment. We saw that happen with the muzzle loader was affected by that. The 243s had that affected before. I just took one here, right? Yeah. We're just going to bounce a little bit. We're going to just casually hunt while we yip and we yap. I'm not really doing a grind. There was a time when I grinded. I don't really grind as much now. I like the casual approach. There's some incredible grinders out there. Actually, Zombie was just chatting here earlier. You can find him on Twitch. But there's some great grinding, and it's just another aspect of style of play. I kind of like the casual. Works for me. I'm not a great one fiend. I haven't targeted them, but I've done well. I do need to get on the black bear grind. I know that's considered by the community the more difficult of the great ones. With them starting at 20 o'clock, it's and going into those hours, it's a little more difficult, but it's doable. And when I see folks bringing those in, that's like seriously the old digital reach around pat on the back, because they are probably the hardest great ones right now to attain. Of course, I need to set up a tent here though, because the wind is so bad. Back on the grind at the moment, right on Cryptic. We can fudge Blacktails and 80 map. Really want other games fudge. Okay. Well, Fogel, you know what? And you're not wrong. It is a game after all. Maybe there's some sort of storytelling that could bring it in. You have to. There's a lot of pride in the craft. We're talking about Blacktails again. I just quickly read that just for context. Say about bringing Blacktails in anyway, because it's a game. We could do what we want. And you know what? Fogel is absolutely right. We could do what we want. But we've tried all the way along to keep a certain level of accuracy, somewhat accuracy to what we're, doing here in the game as to what you would see IRL, animals and areas. And we'll just take the one because I think the fact that he's alert, we probably told the rest of his buddies that things are going to drop here, not to come this way. So, but you're not wrong. It is a game. We could do what we want with the correct storytelling, and we have some pretty creative crew. But there is a certain measure of pride that are, everyone has their craft in this industry, right? And hello, he's out of the drink zone. There's probably more. He just came in, but we'll just go ahead here. Actually, hold on. I forgot to zero. We'll give him a little bit of love, and that'll give us something else to pick up on the way. Hegster, what's up, man? What is up, my dude? We still need to get together and chat, you and I. Oh, man. It's that time of year, dude. It really is. It's tough. First shot looked like I might have hit the nose of that fallow when he turned his head. Yeah, it's all the art of illusion, my friend. It's all the art of illusion. Is there a place to learn game management? College. Any post-education? Game development is really cool. Like I didn't know a thing about it before starting, and I still don't know a thing about it, but I get to see a lot of it around me, and I get to see the different crafts and disciplines and how they treat it all and how they all it's really interesting when you have so many people working on one specific thing that all have to work together. Like how games are created is really freaking cool. And it's kind of, the gaming industry is kind of what Hollywood used to be. It is the hot seat in the public eye. It's where stars are made. Video game characters have become more noticeable than some high level celebrities. It's kind of cool. So yeah, I urge you, if you have any drive or desire to get into this industry, I wish I had got into it sooner. I just came in as a community manager. There's no hopes for me. I'm done for. But there's hopes for all of you. And companies like ourselves are always hiring, and some of them do internships. Some of them, they just they all seem very supportive. It's a big industry. Check it out, man. Go to your local college. Check out some of visual arts schools and design. And yeah, love to hear that, man. Uncle D, what's up, brother? How you doing, Dylan? Good to see you, my friend. And for any of you that want to know where that goofy name I seem to have. I get told, why? Dillip? That's the name of your dog, Dillip? Uncle D. It's just a thing that happened between us. He's part of our community. We were yapping. I started calling him Dillip one day and it stuck. And then he bought a dog and I insisted he call it Dillip and he didn't. So I named mine Dillip in game. It had to count for something. CJO, what's good, brother? Good to see you, my friend. Liam's, what's up, my man? Hey, Mr. Schrader, good to see you back at it, my friend. Thank you for that. I needed my fix. I thoroughly enjoy it. I don't mind the backfill theories. They're kind of cool, but I know you've done a lot of them, but I want your top 10. I have a challenge for you. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Mr. Schrader's Dre on TikTok. He's, his whole channel is like the next map of Call of the Wild, the next map in The Angler. And like, how can you make a channel on this? He's done it, and it's really freaking cool to see. And it gets my creative juices flowing. And I keep posting a lot of what you do to our team, so keep it up, my man. See you, dude. Constantly been pronouncing it as Dilab. Well, and that makes sense too. That does. Dilab makes it stop looking at a beard. Don't do it. I wouldn't even. You know what? I'm just gonna keep my eye on the prize. Okay, so now I don't grind like everybody else. Okay, I do a casual thing. You know, you don't need to hit all your zones, right? You don't. Some people like to. You don't have to. If you don't visit there, ain't nothing happening there. So I like to keep it localized. I like to keep just certain areas. This I'm just sort of toying around because I don't have a whole lot here. But this area, and those are my go-tos. My absolute and here, and some monsters over here. Don't forget about Glencala. Glencala. I can't even do it. I feel like you need a Scottish accent to pronounce that, but it's in New Zealand. But really, Glencala. Kala. I'm saying it wrong. Everybody, all of our Scottish folks are like, you're an idiot. Okay, let's just shoot something and get a little redemption and distract from stuffs and things. I'm using the 308 out of the modern rifle pack. If anybody's wondering, this thing is an absolute beast. I love it. I love it to death. It is so much fun. But it's that crack. Did you catch it? No, but good, because I need to give him one more. Did we change our? I am so rusty. Holy cow! I haven't shot a digital weapon in like 3 weeks. They should add a hyena. Watch that be a diamond. Like, I swear, do these things attack now? Was something changed while I was gone? The heck was that even? I don't know. Hello to Denmark. Right on. Hello to Denmark. Fantastic. Some of my favorite part of the world over there, the Scandinavian Netherlands countries, man, they just absolutely, I fell in love. When I went to Sweden, it helped out my family, so it was almost like a workcation. Because I worked during the days, I vacationed at night. Sounds like a really bad story setup here. It was lots of fun. So when I see, like, I never made it over to Denmark, but I absolutely wanted to hit the bridge over to Copenhagen. But I was like on the other side of Sweden to get to that place. I mean, you know, I was like, more time, and I would absolutely love to run around there. So hello, thank you for coming to join us. British Columbia with whitetail, blacktail roses would come. I know, Reinhardt, I know. I have long asked for a BC map. It's where I live, it's where I hunt. I know a lot of these woods like the back of my hand. Oh, there it is. But, you know, seriously, I do, and I love it. I absolutely love hunting here. The downside to a BC map is you would have all the same species. You know, we tried that with New England Mountains, and it was hit or miss. People loved it or they hated it. There wasn't a lot of in between. So that would be the hard go, right? Because you'd be looking at another North American map. For some reason, some folks are, we don't want another North American map. Well, there's a lot of hunting over here, okay? But you have to consider these things, and there's still more places in the world we want to go, right? I would love that. I would, but there's a lot of people asking for another Africa map. There's a lot of people asking for Australia. I mean, haven't pushed this button in a while. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that came from the community. We need more of that, my friends. Unite. Level 4 silver just always tickles me the wrong way. But yeah, you know, I mean, there could be some really, really good options, I think, in Canada. I'd like something maybe a little more north. Yukon feels like Canada, right? If we just sort of said, hey, well, actually, the Yukon's a little more south Yukon than east, where we said, or west, where we said. So perhaps Oh, I'm just going to end up scaring these guys away. I came in at a bad angle. Normally I shoot them from the other side and shoot these from this side, but it looks like we may just get into them here. Let's just take our time. Talk quietly. Seriously. Because they can hear you. What up, T-Man? How you doing, brother? Teak, what's going down? The cough is still here. Yeah, it's like a half-hour check-in. Once every half hour, I absolutely blow my brains out with a freaking cough. It's stupid. Sometimes it's control. But it's manageable. I mean, life's got to go on, right? You can't just sit and let a cough ruin your bloody days. Okay. Can't. So it's there, but, we're on week 8 this week, coughing. You just got to bear with me. All of a sudden, at one point, I'm going to cough. My eyes are going to go red. They're going to water. And I'm going to look like I've been out partying all night. But I promise I haven't. An Asian map would be cool. Absolutely. The Botswana map I did, that was yours, Liam's. Yes, I did see that. That would be cool. Montana, Idaho, Colorado for a map. So, we're looking more into like an SRP kind of thing, though, right? Like, look at the map. Look at the map. So here's where we hear the complaints from, right? People don't want any more here. I still think there should be, but look at all this, right? Here we have this like, look at it. Just do it. Because it's like I'm sorry. I'm just a little excited to be back here with all you guys, okay? You're going to have to deal with my idiocy. But it's like, we need stuff right in here. And maybe here. That would actually be really, really cool. You get some oxen up there. I personally, my ask, I want something Asia or like even Turkey. Give me Turkey. But we're missing here. We've got a little bit of love up here in Russia, and then we've got all this blank. Like, we've heard Japan was a great ask. People have asked for Nepal. People have asked for, because a lot of people initially say India, and then everyone always seems to go, but you can't in India, but Nepal is close, and it's right to, so there's that. I think something like maybe even like, there's lots of options, but I feel like this needs a little bit of a fill-in, folks, right? SRP is Colorado, exactly. Why is there 3 missions at the bottom of your screen? I don't know. I would do a restart. I was grinding Musa Medved, had the realization that we're overdue for another snow map. Would it be surprised to see? That would be cool. That would be cool. I would love that. I don't even know what to shoot here. Can I get an RPG DLC just for April Fools? Or August 8th Fools? Just one day. Just to, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. When you want to kill, you want to get that guy, you want that guy. Maybe even that, you want that guy, and you want to get that guy. And there's not enough shots in my dang gun. We're just going to go with that guy. And let them all run. Actually, we could probably land in right next to... Here, let's... Hold on. I want that quick follow-up. Okay, let's shoot things. Oh, he moved! Oh, he got away. He's gonna die, but hey, how you doing? We need a Halloween Transylvania map. Let us hunt werewolves and wouldn't go grumpy. Oh, I like the cut of your jib, sir. That would be pretty cool. We only had the one Halloween event. I'd love to see more. I really, really would. I think we'll take that guy. Maybe just that guy. Just that guy. Just that guy. We'll give him a gut shot as well. That first one was a little weak. All right, let's go pick these up. Plenty of space there by Savannah. There is. You're not wrong, Laura Rog. You're not wrong. It would be cool. But in my mind, a new map of the same species we already have is just as exciting. Imagine another SRP but covered in snow. How amazing would that be? Van Winkle, yes. I fully agree. But you'd be amazed at how many people, whenever a new map comes out, because there's other animals that are still in that area that we've had in other maps, people go, well, these are just reskins. Well, but it's not like we're making up planets and creating species. There's always going to be that, but there's a lot of people get upset by it, and these things don't go unnoticed by our devs. It's tough for our devs, right? You put so much love into something, and you're so excited, and then you hear, but why isn't this, that, or this there? It's like, how about we celebrate what's there and work on the rest? But I get it, because we're gamers and we want what we want. But it's hard for the devs, so they have to make those decisions, make those calls. But when we do something like that, we put that in, and then there's not a lot of, these are reskins. Well, it's going to have an effect on things. That's the problem with having a dev team that actually cares what the community thinks. Can we get a World War II rifle pack? That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. No, Sisypho, I'm not even using a skin on that one. That is the 308. Let me go down right here and show you right there. The 308, that's the stalker version. You see in the bottom left-hand corner, it comes with that skin. It comes with it, yeah. This is around the time when we brought in the cosmetics on the weapons. But these were the first, I think, that really had the love while I was being developed. Like all of the Zarza varieties, all of the modern rifle weapon packs have very cool base skin options. You can still go in and change things around. Like this is my Varmiter. I have it done up. Those are my skins I put on there. I actually just like this. I am not going to change it. I like that classic look on a 22. Some things are just best left alone. But my 7mm, I'm really happy with this. I love those wraps. I do. I don't have a weapon with wraps. I go with the classic. Got the nice wood grain finish and the nice exposed metal. I go with the classic. But this is it's cool in this game. I can live vicariously through our game and what I want, and what I have. Okay, I don't even know. Where did he go? I wasn't paying attention. Dog, do work. He's so upset with me. He's like, you know what, man? You haven't given me a treat in like 6 months. Like, the tall stuff he has to run through, cut a lawn for me, Dad. Yeah, I understand. Where you gonna go? You're gonna do something stupid here, aren't you? Didn't he go up top here? What up, Patelski? Good to see you, my friend. What's going down? So you know what, Van Winkle, I'll be straight with you. So the problem with doing stuff like that, with bringing in limited time events. Okay, this isn't technically a live service, so we don't have the same ability. Like, say the angler, right? The angler, we can do a lot of stuff because it's server run. It's a live service game. You have to be online to play. Well, you can play offline, but you don't get any of the online features. But it was designed as. Wait, where are you? Why are you down there? No, I want you to. I want you to track stuff. It's up here. I know that because I shot it as it ran up there. Look. Dog. He's just gonna heal. He's so upset with me right now. He's like, I can't get up there, Dad. That one probably ran a little ways. We might just let it go. We might. Now I know some of you are like, Beard, be careful, your need zones. It's okay. It's okay. If you kill this need zone, they're gonna move here. Or they're gonna move here. It's okay. Be nice to have a boar to hunt. What do you think? Like what kind of boar? Oh, a boat. I read boar. Giraffe. I did. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anywhere in the world you're allowed to hunt from a boat? Because you're not allowed here. That's like you get cuffed and stuffed. I'm not saying I'm against it. It's just like we can't hunt with ARs. Armor-lights you're not allowed to hunt with them. In fact, they got rid of all that here in old Canada land. We can't take handguns, but yet we carry them in games. So I'm not against it. I'm not against trying things. I actually like that I get to try, hunting schemes from around the world, right? It actually allows us in game to do things that, like, hey, for instance, there's a great example. I can't hunt at night here with thermals, but I can in game. Because you can in different parts of the world. So I'm not against it. But a boat, I don't know. Witowski, are you sure about that? Be sure about that, because my buddy hunts in Ontario. He told me it's the same as here, and he's not allowed to hunt You're not allowed to shoot from a boat. They consider it unfair advantage, right? When's the angler coming on Xbox? Very soon. Very soon. I'm not allowed to beat the announcement, but we have a date now. We have a date. We have all that speed. It's all in the works. Oh yeah, you guys will hear stuff very, very soon. Can the wild boars get bigger in size? There is no true size. I think that would be great. I really do. You know, if the motor's out of the water, you can hunt from a boat. Really? Boat can't have a motor on it. Maybe I'll look into that. If I go out on a rubber dinghy, well, I'm not sure I would trust that in time of year that I like to go hunting. You know, don't touch that damn water. Knowing my buddies, one of them would rock the boat. Yeah, it could be cool. I'm not against it. I think it would be cool. I think boats would be a nice add just for being able to traverse and to get around. It'd be cool to get on the river. Do I think it'll be added? If I can be truthful with you, I do not believe so. I don't think that, because that would be a massive undertaking, and for what value? For that level of work. Because you've seen everything in this game interacts with everything that it touches, right? So it's like you add one weapon, it's a huge task. Right? So imagine adding a boat. Everything gonna be in that boat. Everything. And it's gonna go everywhere, touch everything. So I think, I can't say for sure, because obviously I'm not asking our team right now. But man, I think that would be a massive undertaking. How do you hunt ducks from the water then? Oh, well, I mean, so big game and fowl have different regulations, obviously. You know, yeah, good question. He wished me good luck on my surgery on Monday. Good luck to you, Hunter Berquist. Yes, absolutely. Godspeed, my friend. Just give me an Argo. Man, I love those Argos. I love those things. That'd be a great little addition to the game. I would love that very much. Okay, so we've made a mess over there. Let's bounce around. We'll move up over here. Time's moving too quick, man. More Hunt Club stuff. Absolutely. That is a focus. I was reading about the new maps. I think it was the best one. I can't even pronounce those. Yeah. Lots of great options, man. Yep, absolutely. Can you state if Angler would do another pop-up sale with the... I can't. I actually don't know the full release day plans yet as far as pricing and sales. I have an idea, but obviously, you know, I don't want to share anything I'm not certain on to create any false expectations. I hate it when I see a level 3 or a big old weight like that, man. You're going to give me that big old estimate. Well, the first one did it. I know there was more of you over there. Oh, hello. Just put a couple on the ground. That's pretty, man. It's so pretty. Why are there still 3 missions even after reset? I'm not sure, my friend. That sounds like something on your end. I would maybe if you're on Steam, I would verify your files. Make sure, or verify the game, make sure everything's good. It sounds like you've got a hang up somewhere. But I'm not support, so I dial. That's my official answer. I would contact support if you continue to have an issue. Oftentimes they can try and work out. Typically on something like that, sounds like a memory issue, so make sure you've got enough space, especially if you're on console. My goodness, man, my son, when he's on PC now, he used to play on console, and every time I went to say, Dad, I'm having an issue, and his drive was freaking full. I'm like, listen, man, you need to learn this and learn this good, son. Hard drives are fickle, and especially the faster the hard drive, the more space it needs for VRAM and all sorts of processes. So I've told him as his rule of thumb, never fill your SSD more than 65%. 70 is pushing at 75. Ugh. More than that, man, issues start happening. Holy. And that's hard on console. You don't have the space, right? We need more space. Did we get both? We did get both. Let's get this guy first, since he's all the way over on this way. Her should be his track. It is Tiara. I'm sorry. That's totally Crow's Thunder. It's my boy. He's when he says it, he's like Tiara. It's like, so it made me strive to want to be better, to say it better. Is how it used to come out of my lips. Oh, this guy, do we not get it? He's got a medium bleed rate. What up, Spot Anubis? How you doing, my friend? I don't hold that power hosing. I put those requests in and but stuffs and things. Yeah, Crow, what's good, my man? Miss you, brother. I hope you're good. Oh yeah, phone starts ringing. I forgot to mute that. Sorry. And I had to turn on all my stuffs and all my things. I love these chocolates. I really do. $1.99 is like, you know, your midway gold, but in a chocolate, I'll take it. I love their racks. They're just great. Let's go back and grab this other guy at the beach. Appreciate you, Matowski. I mean, I don't hunt there, so, you know. I take your word for it. You don't have to prove it, my friend. I trust you. I've known you for a while now, bud. I still think fishing and hunting should have used the same maps. Yeah, I mean, it's tough because, so, two completely different games on two completely different engines, although it's Apex engine. They're just so completely different, right? Just the new iterations, updated version has gone through so much because all of our games use it, right? And they've learned and they, you know, so different engines for that reason. So for that point, everything needs to be built from the ground up. So do you build the same maps like this, for instance, which has a lot of cool spots that will work great with fishing, but a lot of it is for hunting? Didn't have that focus in mind. Would it flow? How would it work? Cool to have that crossover. I agree with you there. Would be cool to be able to go in and see any of our favorite maps, SRP. They've all got good waterways because water being a focus in our game. But since you're having to build it from ground up, you know, why not make something more and expand it, I guess, is probably where the creative team went with that. If it was a matter of just being able to go, okay, take that, put it in, save time, they'll build off that. I could have seen that being a thing. Oh, we're back more. Hi, it's right there. I'm pretty sure it's illegal to hunt grizzly bears in British Columbia. Is that true? Yes. Yes and no. You can get tags, limited entry draws for grizzlies. They really keep it in check, and it's only certain regions. It's like that actually with a lot of things, even moose. Like I get one moose tag per year, but depending where I hunt. And where I hunt mostly, like on our whitetail camp, is also where we do our moose hunting. It's also where we do our mule deer hunting the most. There's other areas I go, but I go to a place called Greenwood. Freaking love it. It looks like SRP. Yeah, it really does. Like it looks like SRP. That area, Greenwood does. This looks good. Like our moose, you know, I can only take immature moose there. You see a big bull with a satellite dish walk out of the bush. If you don't have a limited entry draw, you don't get to pull the trigger. So it's like that with all animals too. Like even bison, you can go up. I think you get a bison tag per year. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it because you got to go so far north. It's like an 18, 20 hour drive. I haven't done it yet. But we get an elk, we get 3 deer, that sort of thing. So with something like a grizzly, it's a limited entry draw. And like, good luck. But like with the limited entry draws, with any of those draws, in fact, if you go into and you do a group draw, you have a way better chance. So we're off to doing group draws. Apparently the rule's the same in BC. You know, I can't say I've ever looked up the reg and read the reg. Just every hunter I know. You're not allowed to hunt in a boat. Not allowed to hunt in a boat. So always kind of gone off that. That's how I grew up. Yeah, but yeah. No worries, Wachowski. I'll take a look, buddy. It's fine. It's okay. Moving on. And they say the good Spike, you want something, man? Really, it's just an opportunity for us to all get back together, to have a good yip yap. I didn't have anything prepared. I had nothing prepared. Sorry, I got a message from work. I was making sure I wasn't doing anything wrong. I literally said good morning to the team. I'm back, and that's it. That's it. I haven't been able to catch up. I did stay in the loop. My wife kind of gave me crap. Every morning I'm sitting there going through Discord. I'm going through our work Slack. I'm going through everything because I want to keep up to date on things, right? So I'm still in the loop, but I don't know our plans, so I can't say a lot yet. But bear with us, and we will stuff and things. there a possibility for Clay Pigeon? I would love that, Royal Hunter. I think that, and I don't want to upset any of our team. Myself personally, Jaxie Beard, Neil, me, I think that we should have had a shooting range, a clay pigeon range over on Reventuli. It seems like the perfect fit. So I don't want to say that we'll miss out on that. There's always an opportunity. I know that some of the team had talked about it. There was desires for it. We're getting the red deer right now. Let's creep in here while we chit chat. So could happen. No promises. Can't wait for tomorrow's stream. Right on, John Hoover. I expect to see you there, my friend. Make sure to say hi. Oops, my mistake for message Jackson with the hunting pressure on the Bandari storyline. I can't go hunting pressure complete storyline. Is there a real bug? The hunting pressure on the Bandy storyline. And you can't go hunting pressure complete story. The hunting pressure is affecting your story. You got to remove the hunting pressure then. Is that what you're saying? You got to shoot in other areas to get rid of that. I'm not following. I am so sorry, my friend. I sometimes need more coffee. Please bear with me. I am experiencing mental difficulties. What I would suggest, if you're having an issue though with a particular story not being able to complete it, I always check in Discord. I always advise everybody to check in Discord because man, our community figures a lot out. I just love these mass herds. That's a lot of money, honey. That's a whole lot of money standing there. But I ain't shooting any of them. There are some sixes I can take out of that, but I'm not here for you. Yeah, but I would do that. I would put a ticket into support. All right, we could pop one of these on their way out. You think Red Deer Great One will ever get new furs? You know, Jeremy, that's fair. That's a fair question because as we've seen all the newer, latest, and greatest Great Ones come out, there's more furs, there's more improvements, and it's more noticeable with each one. The red tail, the red tail. The red deer and the white tail being the kind of first up, they have the least amount. I would say that it's a good possibility that you would see a revisit to those at some point, but there's also a need to bring in more. I can neither confirm nor deny, but maybe if there was another great one coming, there's also a need to continue adding stuff, and then you take away from that ability. So I'm just being straight with you. So if they wanted to take a break and, not bring new content, but focus on old content, then the struggle is, okay, and maybe I shouldn't talk about this. Maybe I'm being too real here, but it's all stuff that I've learned since starting in the industry. The balance is bringing enough new and enough improvements that you can still continue to keep your lights on while still working on the existing and bringing the rest up to date and moving everything along. So that's where the designers have a handful. And it's really, in my opinion, where they really have to, like, that's where you shine. You know what I mean? They've done a good job. I think they've been getting the reskins in on. We saw it with even with EC coming in. We've seen it where they always try to do that. So Red Deer being so popular, I guess the short answer would be I bet it does happen at some point. The long one is how does it happen? When does it happen? They'd have to be sneaky with it, right? Clay pigeons would be awesome. Yes, I would absolutely love that. We kind of did that with New England Mountains though. Which what? I missed it. Well, Diamond Hunt Club, I jumped in the middle of that. I'm sorry. December, bring a new great one. We're doing something different. I've said too much. Okay. Yeah, but we're doing something different. There's some different horizons in the future. Some different vistas to be viewed on the horizon. We're doing something different. It's gonna be cool. When I first heard of there's a new direction. We're going to be talking about this stuff as we get closer to it, as we actually are able to and show you guys. But, from feedback through the community and things that they want and the asks and what it would take to do these things, we thought, let's start, and you've seen it. we've been focusing on community. I hope you've really been seeing it because we've certainly been trying. And so, yeah, there's going to be some really interesting things happening in December. I can't give anything more right now. That's not meant to be a tease, but I would love to see some theories going around from our core community because there's some really cool stuff on the horizon. Can we get more Furza model updates? So, and that kind of goes into what my boy Jeremy was asking there. Yeah, I think you'll see that. I do believe, because like, honestly, I don't have, like I have a roadmap that we go off. Stop looking at them. No, we're not doing ducks today. I do have a roadmap that they go off. It's for the team, but it changes. It changes, especially because of community feedback. Like to see it evolve from what I saw this time last year to what I see now and what actually made it. It's just, well, that's not a fair comparison. But since I started, I saw that in the first year because there was a real big focus with Emerald Coast. That was really cool to watch happen. And seeing that sort of thing unfold again and how it shifts. And if I could just read to you and say, we're doing this, this, and this, it would be so much easier. And the team would like that too. But yeah, no, that's part of it. It's not that we're being secret per se, although there is obviously a certain amount of secrecy in the gaming industry. But yeah, moving on. Moving on. We hope it's a trophy lodge. Big backfilling. We're moving to level 1 height. No, we need a rework to Warthog. They are hideous. Yes, the war pigs could use a little love. They could. And again, so now we're going back to species that have been in the game for some time. Verhunga was, wasn't the first, but it was certainly into things a lot sooner, right? I mean, Verhunga was what was that? So was that is it Medved Verhunga? Am I remembering that right? Wow, that's so long ago. It was Medved Verhunga, right, guys? Somebody? Anybody? Witowski, you probably remember it. 4th map? Oh, right, Parque. Man alive, I always forget Parque Fernando, which was like revolutionary when it first came out. I mean, it paved the way, right? It paved the way on trophy lodges and stop looking at them. We're going to hang out in a minute here. That's right. So, but that was like, honestly, the game was still in its infancy at that point, right? Very soon, Jimmy. Very soon, we're putting together stuffs and things to make some sort of an announcement about the Angler. I don't know what it could be. There's really cool stuff with the Angler coming. Okay, and I'll just give you a recap. Okay, what is known? Oh my God, I don't know what is known. I totally fell out of the loop. I'm out of the loop. I need assistance. I need an adult. There's some really big things happening. We showed some of it actually on our last stream. I had Nathan out. The guy's a rock star. He's such a cool dude. And he was going through a lot of it with me. Very, very cool stuff. There's a whole new, like how you start the game, right? The first time user experience. There's a lot of additions, a lot of features, massive update coming out, console release coming out, and there might be a new reserve. There's some big features too that we haven't even divulged. Like, it's exciting times. A lot of you have waited. The time is nigh. It is at hand. I think this is going to be very exciting. I love seeing our hunting and fishing community together, and I think we're about to see that happen even more so. Lion Grey one that looks like Scar would be amazing. That would be cool, Laura. That would be cool. We still have clues to maps. We don't. And the difficulty to that is you add them, it comes out, and then it stays into the next update. Right? And the reason why our updates are so spread out like that is because of how the game works and because of the downloads. Right? There's folks that end up downloading, that's a nice 4, that end up downloading massive amounts. Because it's not that you're adding it on, but you have to re-download it, and it just causes issues for folks with it. So we're very conscious of that. So we can't just go update. Okay, you're getting some love, my chocolate baby boy. Let's go ahead and zero in and let him listen to the dog. Hello. Yeah, we'll give you 2. Oh, maybe not. Oh, you thought you were slick. lay down, son. Just for fun. Just for giggles. Let me out. Now, I don't have my tent set up on either side like some of our grinders and such. I like to leave the time in between because stuff's and things. I find it hilarious when you players come along and complain. I'll send you the original disc version to play. Man, hasn't it come so far? Yeah, I think that's, you know, for me, like, for me, I started this game shortly after launch, started making content on it, got all involved, and here we are now, and seeing what it's gone through. Man, a long time ago in a place far, far away. I appreciate that we changed the copyright infringement there with, yeah, good man, MD, good man. I have no idea. I have no idea, or deer, I'm trying to get the Clash of a Deer trophy. Complete storyline in PS4. I'm not even sure. I would start something, do you want to start something in Discord? I'm sure there's folks that have been through there as well, and if there's an issue, it'll also be listed, and you check the known issue list, see if there is an issue, because I'm still not sure what the issue is, my friend. Oh. If Aggro gets lodged in some way, I'm 100% getting that game. That's a big ask. It's something that the team has been really looking into and what could happen. I know, it's a tough one. It was like with this game when it first came out. We played for the first how many years without a lodge? Lodge came out, and I didn't get a lot of my trophies that I had never made it to lodge. As a result, I never took my lodge as serious as some other folks. Like, some folks are just mad about their lodge, right? Like mad crazy, as in obsessed. You know, because I started and I played this way and I lost so much, but I taxi everything and whatnot. But I see that kind of like with the angler. I've gotten so used to not having it. I don't know how much I'd use it, but it's a big ask. It's a big ask. A lot of the community want it. And those devs are all over trying to push the big asks into a reality, right? So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if at some point that comes out. Look at these guys up on the ridgeline. It's one of the things I love about this game. That feeling of life that surrounds you and you don't even realize, right? Like, they should be well out and gone. Well, go ahead. We'll take that. It's still not our biggest of the stream here today, but it is what it is. Like, we don't talk about that. I didn't know any better back then, man. You know, when you first get into a game, it's like I'm playing this game called Played Up. It's a silly little fun game that is so in-depth. It's wild. I'm playing with my buddy Sway, and we've just been going at it. And we realized we're maybe doing things that the community would frown upon. So I'm trying to learn. That's what happened with Call of the Wild for me. I had to learn. what was accepted in the community. What, you know what I mean? Like, because you don't want to be out there doing something that, you know, that people are going to go, ooh, especially if you're doing content. So that was a bit of a, but yeah, that glitch back then, they're still in the game too, you know. The Bells has been doing awesome, absolutely. She's had some incredible RNG out there, man. First year was wild, how many bugs there was. Game is 1 million times better. First year especially. And it didn't get a lot of love on fixes because they were working so hard to bring out console. You know, and we learned from that. You can see that with the Angler. The game got so much development and got brought to a state where, okay, now focus on console. That was last year, right? I mean, what was that? Was it October that we started pushing on console? November? It takes a while too. But to see them kind of like come around, look, for those of you that weren't here, man, back then when I didn't start the game immediately because there were so many issues. The reviews were not friendly. Things were just not good, right? It was a thing. It was a thing. It really was. But the way they brought it through and look at the game now. Yeah, there's always going to be an issue in game. I think one of the reasons they're so prominent here is we talk about them. We own them. We take it on the chin. We know, yes, we screwed up. We're trying to make it better. Please bear with us. We're only human. You know, like that. We're not a AAA studio and everybody understands that. But we want to be a AAA studio. We want to have the AAA quality. So when a game comes out, you got to just first day jitters, man. Oh, yeah. Hey, hold on. All right, that's all there is. Is that it? There's got to be more coming in. I normally have quite a few here. It's a nice 4, though. Let's go ahead. Let's rock his world. Lay down, son. I just love it. Flop. Need a golf game of this IP. Oh my God, Solo, you were so on it. That would be great. At something like that, Jimmy, depending where you are, not expensive. They like to keep the price down on all things. Oh, hello. I love the whites. They look so good. There they go. There they go. Golf, man. I hadn't golfed since COVID. And our ranch, so we're at a place called Black Mountain Ranch. Our ranch has a, has a golf course on it, so I can golf for free as much as I want. And holy man, my boys started golfing for the first time. We were out there rocking it. I did great, man. I mean, so good. Out of all the rounds I played, I only got 2 birdies, but I got 2 birdies. Was pretty pumped with. Parred a lot, actually. I did really, really good, man. I was super excited to be playing so well. And to get my son out there was such a treat. And he's into it. He's so into it. So very, very cool. Find them come in at different times. I just heart shot a croc. Nice. RNG is crazy and stupid at the same time. I agree with fellas and 5 mochas and no painted yet. Yeah, that RNG will get you, brother. That RNG will get you. For sure. Get it. Over it. Ugh. No, I didn't have any good hole-in-ones. On our golf course, there's one hole that you have a real good opportunity for a hole-in-one. It's just a little par 3. I like you can put it in with your 9. And I came close every bloody time. Didn't even birdie that one. I never got better than par. It's got a really racy green on it, with and challenging greens. We're moving out at that 250. That still happens, and it drives me nuts. But team is aware of it, and that's one that's being looked into. I think everybody's mostly aware of that these days. Love the white. They look great. Fantastic, but give me that money, honey. I'll take your 1,000 bones all day long. Class of the Deer Trophy mission. Okay, gotcha. I'm still... Yeah, you have to let me know more on it, though. I'm not sure. I'm really not even... I'm not a good support guy. I try to help, but I... You know, 191. We're going to go ahead. Oh, we got more coming around the side here, too. I'm so glad I waited for you. Lay him down. These guys are out of range. He's way out there. I could maybe give him, because he's far enough away. Lay him down. We're just going to dot up the lake. I like to use this lake to spread my pressure around. And then I can play around all those. After here, I'm going to head down here. I'm almost out of time, man alive. Oh, I think Mel officially has more great ones, more moose great ones than me now. That's because you're so focused on the whitetail and the fallows. And congrats on the freaking great one, bear. Ooh, I got all pumped. Like, you made my hair stand on end with that one, Crow. You did. I just can't, I can't bring myself to do what some of you guys do. I can't just grind, non-stop grind. I like to grind, but I just can't. I like the hunt. I'm too much into the moving to an area, seeing something moving through. I don't like to be so uniformed. Nothing wrong with it. I love seeing a well set up grind. I do. I like, because, you know, that's that MMOer in me. Right? I played a lot of MMOs and I like to be very efficient. And that's really what a good grind is getting efficient, right? Do I think the 470 is a good weapon? IRL, absolutely. I don't like it in our game. I just don't like it. It's too restrictive. You don't have the range. Oh, I didn't even look at the score. What am I doing? God, it's like I'm trying to make money, honey. I think the modeling is great. I love the iron sights and setting your zeroing on it. It's super powerful. If you're willing to get in close on the animal, super effective. It just drops off too quick. It doesn't have the range that I like. So as a result, I find I never use it. You know, could use some love. You're so happy you have the year-long grind done. Nice. Oh, I bet, dude. One of these. We're gonna get this lined up. Everybody hang on to your teeth. Right? One of those? Yeah. Buckshot needs a buff. It should. And well, This is where I have a hard time with this. I agree with you to what I think of buckshot. It needs a buff. However, don't look at the duck. Stop looking at the duck. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Because you're going to see a diamond and you're going to have to shoot it. I don't want to shoot a duck right now. Like, you didn't even notice Bob laying down the ground dead next to you. We need to have a chat. I'm going to leave him, actually, just to make sure something comes back there. I'm bouncing all over the place. So let me kind of give you my thought on that. I think IRL, to that comparison, buckshot absolutely needs a buff. Oh, is this guy glitched? Nope, no. He's just small and not hearing me yet. However, for game balance, because of the way they've designed it for what everything else is designed to do, and where that slips into it, it all comes down to having our own ballistics, right? It's having our own ballistics that makes the change, because folks like yourself and myself who use buckshot IRL, we expect it to perform better. But for the sake of the game, because then if buckshot's no bueno, you're forced to move up to a higher class weapon, which is ethical for that animal, or you're supposed to move to, say, slugs, or I feel where you're going with that. I do, because I've often said the same thing. I have, but I've come to realize from, I've seen it and heard it from our team that, like, the balance is a tough one. In fact, I know I upset somebody when I was talking about, let me just touch on that before the stream ends. We were talking about existing guns and their balance. Some were requesting, this needs a rework, and someone was offended. I won't call her out because I actually quite like her. She's a good, very good person, does a lot for the community. I was offended because we were talking about the 6.5, and I said that, it's all about balance. And I said, do I think it'll see a change? I mean, it's not broke, don't fix it. But, like, this person really wanted that done up. They wanted that because it's their favorite gun, and they wanted it buffed. But that's hard from a designer standpoint, because you don't want to just have all these super OP weapons that you can just, I want that one. There has to be some sort of that, okay, I need to pick this one because it's better for these. You can pick this one. But then you end up upsetting some people because when you compare it to the real life counterpart, it doesn't perform like it should. And like the 6.5 in game, for example, IRL, oh my God, chef's kiss. It's such a great weapon, right? In game, it's a little lackluster. It does really well for what it was intended and designed for, but not so great for what it can take. So I think it would be nice to see a buff on some of those for sure. But it takes time away from other things, right? So that's when it comes down to, okay, is this top priority? So instead of working on that new species, are we going to work on a rebalance of an existing weapon? So yeah, I hope that helps. Or did I just confuse it even more? Because we were talking about buckshot I used as an example, but in a roundabout way, it still makes no sense. I was thinking a 2.7 would be perfect. And there's that I'm certain won't happen, just because, holy. Can you imagine having a rifle that was good from 2 to 7? Like, that would be wild. This game should have shed hunting. Yes, it should. Finally spawned a Mela Croc. Was it 8 mythical? Wow. A Mela 8 mythical. That surprise, my friend. Well done. It's a game, not a sim. Yeah, and you're right. But some people are very passionate about it. Like, man, I'll tell you, when I first started playing this, I was so upset I didn't have a 30-06. That's my go-to, man. Yeah, great, I had a 270. Awesome. I sold my 270. I have a 30-06. I want to use my 30-06. Well, it's here now. But back then, man, I was like, because... But yeah, I get it. My friends, holy man, time flies. What a great catch-up. We have exciting things to come. We do. And it's great that so many of you are coming out and hanging out and saying hi and giving us updates on what's happening in the community with yourself. And are you really gonna... Oh my God, can I broadside of a barn? I wasn't holding my breath or nothing, so my aim's doing this as I'm shooting and it's got the recoil. Wow, that could be a good challenge. Ooh, we gotta have fun with that. there's some exciting stuff with the angler happening really, really soon. And right on the, actually, there's even some hunter stuff coming up real quick. And then right on the heels of that. So please don't miss the upcoming announcements and streams. We've got some fun things planned. And there's a lot of work and time's gone into this stuff. And I really hope you guys enjoy it and like what you see. If you've enjoyed yourself here today, make sure whatever platform you're on, hit the follow, hit the subscribe, you give it the thumbs up, do it with two hands if you gotta. Come and join us again next Tuesday, every Tuesday for the Hunting Lodge, every Wednesday for the tackle box and our fishing streams. I'm gonna keep the party going. I'm heading over to my own channels here in about a half hour. I'm gonna be over on Twitch if you want to come and join me. I will see you there. Until then, check out the rest of our creators. We have a great crew. I know they're out there. There's some live right now. Have a great time, my friends. Thank you for coming out. I missed you all so much. Glad to be back in the saddle. Now let's make it rattle, baby. Oh my God, did I change the end screen? I don't know that I did. Oh, good Lord. For the love of Pete. You know, when you haven't done so much in so long and you think to yourself, self, did you forget something important? I mean, I could have came up like this, you know, with the angler. I mean, oh my goodness, for the love of Pete. Much love, my friends. See you soon. For those of you still here, you are the true heroes.